Hello and welcome to KCU's special lecture. I'm Professor Colleen Chapco, and I'm really looking forward to working with you today on improving your English and on improving your ability to meet and greet new people. Greeting people and meeting new people for the first time is always a bit nerve-wracking. It is especially nerve-wracking when you're doing it in a foreign language. So I'd like to look at some steps. These are some basic steps to meeting and greeting new people. The first thing is to stand. Don't sit. Don't stay seated. If you're going to meet somebody, stand up and show that you respect them. By standing, you convey a clear sign of respect. And don't forget to smile. Making eye contact is very, very important because a smile shows that you are friendly and that you're open. Looking the person in the eyes shows that you are focusing all your attention on them. And don't forget to say a greeting such as hello, hi, or even I'm glad to meet you, followed by the person's name. So hello, John. Hi, Maria. I'm glad to meet you. And shake hands as you say your greeting. Shaking hands may not be something that you feel very comfortable with, but it should become a habit when meeting someone, regardless of gender and regardless of whether they are friends or new people. Here are some basic tips that I'd like you to remember. One is to talk. Don't be shy or silent. By being shy or silent and by keeping quiet when you are greeting someone, you give the impression that you don't like them very much. You give the impression that you don't like them and that you are a bit rude. So if you want to make new friends and you want to meet people, talk. Don't stay shy and don't stay silent, because what you think is shy in Korean might be misconceived or misunderstood in a different culture. The other tip is the person's name. Try to always repeat the person's name. This will help you remember their name. It also shows that you care. So here are 9 ways to say hello in English. The first one is the universal greeting, hello. Very simple. You can say hello to anybody. Hi is a little bit more informal. So you want to choose carefully how you use hi. And you also want to be yourself. If you are a bit more of a serious, stoic type of person, then use hello. If you're a bit more bubbly and friendly, go ahead and use hi. We also have hi there, which is a very informal greeting. The there is used to attract attention. It literally translates as hey, hi, which leads me to number 4, which is hey. That's a very informal greeting. It's best if only used with friends. But here's the question, what is a friend? In Korea, a friend is someone that's the same age as you. But for English speakers, and I can say for most North American people, a friend can be anybody. And we have different levels of friends. So this is my work friend, this is my yoga friend, this is my old friend, my new friend. All of these people can be considered friends. And if you feel very close to them, you can use the word hey as a greeting. But remember, it's very informal. The next one is what's up? It's a very slang greeting. It literally translates as a rhetorical, how are you? There's also what's new, which is a very slang greeting. It literally translates as a rhetorical, long time no see, how have you been? Do you have any news for me? What's new? Yo is a very slang greeting and very North American. It's essentially an exclamation used as a greeting. Then we have bro, brother, buddy, dude, very slang, very North American. They are typically used between male friends or siblings. In Australia, they might say mate. In England, in the UK, they might say greeting, bruv, or blood. Which brings me to the next one, because we can't forget the sisters. So we have sis, sister, bestie, broette, dudette. Very slang and very North American as well. Typically used between female friends or siblings. Now, as I mentioned before, shaking hands might not be something that you feel very comfortable with, but it's something that you should do. It's very important, and it's always good manners to offer a handshake to someone you meet for the first time or even someone you already know. So first, hold your hand out with your fingers together and your thumb pointing up. The proper way to shake hands is web to web. That means the web of your right hand should be touching the web of the other person's right hand. Grip the other person's hand. Give it a firm squeeze or shake up and down a couple of times, then release. Very simple. If the other person squeezes too hard, try not to let it show on your face. In casual situations, when you know the person really well, you may opt to high five or use some other hand movement instead of a traditional handshake. But be careful with the high five. It's not something that is that common, and you need to be both in agreement to do a high five. And the moment, the situation has to be right as well. And now we're at the get to know each other stage. So when you initiate or start the conversation, you might say, "Hello, my name's Colleen. Nice to meet you. It's nice to meet you." If the first thing someone says to you is, "Nice to meet you," you can just simply reply, "It's nice to meet you too." So, "Hi, Colleen, I'm Julia. It's nice to meet you too." Or, "I'm glad to meet you too." Now remember, when you say meet you, glad to meet you, nice to meet you, that meet you is only used at the first time you meet somebody, at the first meeting. Don't use it when you meet them the second or third or fifth or 100th time. When you ask clarifying questions, for example, "What's your name? May I get your name? Sorry, I didn't catch your name." Remember, I told you that names are very important, so you want to get their name. You can also say, "Can you repeat that, please? Could you repeat that, please? Pardon me, could you say that again, please?" Or a little bit more impolite, not so polite, is "What? Come again?" or "Sorry." Now, someone may have said to you, they may have given you their name and you can't quite understand it. So you can also say, "How do you spell it? How do you spell that? Could you spell that for me?" And tips when giving your name, don't just repeat it, spell it. And also don't say, "Oh, it's too hard for you to say." Maybe your name is not that hard for an English speaker to say. Give them the opportunity to find out and help them by spelling your name. Don't just keep repeating it. The other thing is how English people spell their names. So for example, my name is Colleen. So in Korea, I might say Kolcha, Lincha, and my full name Chapcha, Kocha, Kolcha, Lincha. It's very strange. In English, I would say C as in cucumber, O as in onion, L as in lady, L as in lady, E as in egg, E as in egg, N as in nurse, or whatever words I wanted to choose. That's how English people spell out their names quite often. Now, how to ask and answer, "How are you?" Because these are very basic questions. So, how are you? How have you been? How are you doing? How's it going? How are things? You can simply answer, "Fantastic. Very well, thank you. And you?" "Great, thanks. Good. Fine, thanks. Pretty good. Not bad. Okay." And then you can also ask, "What's up? What's happening? What's going on? What have you been up to?" And if somebody asks you these questions, you can answer, "Not much, nothing much, not a lot, nothing special, same old, same old." All right, I look forward to hearing your questions. Put them in the comment section below and have a great day. That's it for now.